Hey guys, this is Ashleyohyess and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2016 year-end review slash 2017 resolutions video. I did one of these last year. It's kind of more for me just so that way I can look back on how my year went, and I mean, if you're interested to see how my year went and what I have planned for next year, go ahead and keep on watching. So in last year's video, one of my resolutions was to be published into 3 magazines, and I did it! Let me go get them real quick. They're up here. Oh no, I have to climb. I have to climb. Watch me kill myself right now. Hold on. He ruined everything. Well, that sucks. I just broke my fucking stocking holder. And that was from my stocking too. So if you're wondering how my 2016 is going, now you know. Alright, so back to where we were. These are the 3 magazines I got published in this year. The first one I got published in this year was Wild Heart, and this one was their issue 17 volume 2. And there's me right there. Some more of me. And my face like almost got cut off in here, but there's me again. My face almost got cut off in here again too. But there's me. And then the next one I got published, and I think was this one. This one was the second one. This one is the Cynical Fashion, and this one is their May 2016 issue. And this one I actually shot with my husband, so that was fun. And this picture right here is like my favorite. The other magazine I got published in this year was another Wild Heart magazine, and it's their 2016 issue, number 19, volume 1, right here. Once again, my face almost getting cut off. This one is like my favorite picture of me. Another thing that happened for me this year was I got married! And I do have a video up on YouTube of videos that my friend Virginia took, and then some pictures that our friends and family took while they were here. So it was very fun, it was very exciting, it was so stressful trying to plan the wedding. I'm just so happy that it's over with and everything is done. Everything went really, really well. I had it in my head that at least one thing was gonna go wrong, just because not everything's going to be perfect, you know, the yin-yang effect. Not everything's gonna be perfect, you gotta have that balance. But everything actually went really well. There was a little bit of drama the night before, but other than that, everything went actually really, really well. Everything went really smoothly. It was a very beautiful wedding, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Another really cool thing is in last year's video, I said that I wanted to do more with my sideshow stuff and like my fire stuff, and I did. I learned how to do the human blockhead. I practiced more with my fire eating. Had my husband make me a bed of nails. So that's super exciting. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I do post some videos every now and then of my sideshow stuff. So if you wanted to follow me, link will be right here. And I do post a lot of really rad things sometimes, not always, but sometimes I do. Also, another really cool thing that happened this year was I became a Disneyland Seasons Pass holder. Kent got me season passes to Disneyland last year for Christmas, and I was so excited, so happy. I made lots of really cool Disney videos. I actually have a playlist on my YouTube channel of all the theme parks that I go to. I always try to vlog every time just because they're memories and they're fun, and I know a lot of people love watching Disneyland videos, so I actually have a ton of them. Go ahead and go check them out if you wanted to. So something else that happened this year, I probably plan on making a whole separate video on this topic, but just to kind of like briefly go into it, I basically accepted the fact that I am a witch. Ever since I was little, I've always been really interested in witchy things. I've always been fascinated with the witch history. In June, I went to a little fair that we have here, and it's called Mystic Fair, and I did a psychic reading, and the first thing she said to me, she looked at me and she was like, "You're a witch." And I was like, oh, okay. So after that, I started becoming more better at the craft and practicing and learning, and I bought all kinds of books and stuff like that, and I've been doing my research, I've been learning. So yeah, and like I said, I'll probably go into a whole video kind of going more into the basics of that. I just kind of wanted to put that out there. So that's what happened this year. Alright, so going into the 2017's resolution side of this video, last year I said that I was going to start eating better and start exercising, and well, that didn't happen this year. I totally fell off of the healthy wagon this year, and I gained some weight that I am not really happy with. I gained a little bit of a pooch right there, and I want to get rid of it. So my New Year's resolutions is to eat better and exercise. But really though, 2017 is basically going to be the year where I totally reinvent myself, make me a better person, you know? Be a better person mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's all about taking care of myself next year. Me, myself, and I, and if no one likes it, then that's okay. So another thing I want to work on next year is more sideshow stuff. I started slowly working on my gag reflex and trying to maybe start sword swallowing, but that's like super far out into the future because you can't just sword swallow. You know, you can't just, you gotta, it takes lots of practice and time, and I have a lot of work to do. I have this little coat hanger thing, it's really wonky. I need to get a different one. I need to make a new one because it needs to be more straight. But, I mean, I can only get like that far anyways. I want to start learning more fire tricks. I want to also start doing angle grinding. I found this really cute one on Amazon that I really want, an angle grinder, and I really want it. And yeah, so I wanna, I think it was at the beginning of this year or something, I started stretching more because I also want to start doing contortioning, which will also take a long time for me to do, but I want to start re-stretching myself and getting myself to be more flexible so I can start doing that as well. Also, another thing is I want to start learning to do more hula hoop tricks. I've gotten pretty good so far, but I want to start getting better at my hula hooping so that way maybe someday I could get a fire hoop, because fire hooping has honestly been the #1 thing that I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. That's the first thing that made me want to get into doing fire and sideshow and stuff like that. And then fire eating, of course, but I've already knocked that one out. I can fire eat now, so I'm super excited. I love fire eating, it's so much fun. But yeah, so those are my sideshow resolutions, is just practice more and just get better, and maybe someday I could have the courage to perform somewhere, maybe like at parties, or maybe I can submit like a audition to perform at the fair or something. I don't know, it'll be kind of scary. Kent actually is kind of starting to do a little bit more sideshow stuff, not really though. He is learning how to knife throw, so that way maybe someday he can throw knives at me, but he ain't throwing knives at me right now though. He still needs a lot more practice. So not yet, but yeah. So because of my wedding this year, I had like no time to model and focus on that stuff at all this year. Also during the summer, I broke out in a really bad rash that lasted for a few months, and I gained weight, so I was feeling really self-cautious about myself, and I didn't model at all the rash has cleared up and I'm a little bit more comfortable in my body now, but I do plan on losing the weight again. So I want to start modeling again and getting more into that again, getting back into it. I'll make another goal for myself. I would make a bigger goal than I did last year, but because this year I didn't model a whole lot, I'm going to keep my goal the same as I did last year. I want to try to get published into 3 magazines again this year. Well, next year. I want to get published into 3 magazines next year. Another thing that I want to start doing more next year is I want to do daily witch devotions, whether that means cleansing crystals, smudging spaces, reading books, learning more, like kind of like studying, you know, or doing a spell, or meditating. Basically, I want to spend more time at my altar this year. So that's basically it for this video. I can't really think of anything else that I really need to talk about. As always, I will put my Twitter and my Instagram right here so you guys can follow me if you guys want to, which you guys should. And if you guys are also interested, I have a bunch of other links down in the description box below. I have a bunch of stuff down in that description box below if you want to find me on anything. I'm on everything. And of course, if you liked this video, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up and comment down below and tell me what your favorite things that you did this year and what your 2017 New Year's resolutions are. And also, don't forget to hit subscribe to my YouTube channel so that way you can see all the other random videos that I like to make. As always, don't forget to stay sweet. Bye guys! See you next year!